Sit down with us and agree to some of the things that is in the best interest of both them and ourselves. We believe there's a happy medium to be had, and we would like to see a better working relationship with the port. We've had a good relationship with the port up to this point. However, there are some outstanding issues that have not been addressed, despite our efforts on multiple occasions, meeting with the port executive to try and resolve some of these issues. But we just keep getting a lot of pushback from them. It seems as if they're operating in this vein that it's their way or the highway.
The country murder count now stands at 72. Police have upgraded a stabbing incident in the Yellow Elder Gardens area to a homicide following the death of a 21-year-old man who had been hospitalized for over a week. Investigators say the incident happened on Thursday, October 30th, shortly after 5 p.m. when several men were gathered in the area and the victim was stabbed with a sharp object. He was first taken to a police station, then transported to the hospital for medical care. Tragically, police confirmed that he died from his injuries on Friday, November 7th. The investigation into this homicide is ongoing. In other news from the crime beat, a 25-year-old man is in police custody tonight in connection with a break-in and robbery at the Collins Avenue office of Dr. Nicholas Fox, the co-owner of the Medi Center Clinic and also the Free National Movement candidate for the Fox Hill constituency. Police say the incident happened shortly after 1 a.m. on Saturday. Officers responded to reports of a break-in in progress, with the suspect believed to be inside the building. In a video obtained by Eyewitness News, you can see significant damage to the ceiling vent, where it's believed that the suspect gained entry along with broken doors and shattered glass throughout the facility. This is the second time that Dr. Fox's office has been vandalized in recent months. When we spoke with him following the incident, he described the situation as troubling and says he refused to be discouraged and remains committed to providing the best health care.
Thrown about, they went into the pharmacy. They broke the glass door. They broke the pharmacy cash register and took the petty cash out of there, just for a couple dollars. They opened the opioid cupboard. I guess they thought money was in there. And they just ransacked the place, break up a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is damaged, as you will see in the video. And one person was in the ceiling. And they came in through the same opening from the first robbery, through the roof, and crawled to the front of the clinic and got into the waiting room and just ransacked the place.
Police are investigating a dog attack that left a young boy seriously injured on Saturday afternoon in the Rosetta Street area. Officers were called to the scene around 3:45 after reports of a vicious dog attack. When they arrived, they found the boy believed to be between the ages of 7 and 8 years old, suffering from injuries to his right hand and going in and out of consciousness. Medical officials rushed him to the hospital, where he remains in critical condition and is undergoing surgery. Animal control officials have also launched a separate investigation into this incident. With just under 2 weeks until Golden Isles constituents head to the polls for the by-election, the Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard says the vote isn't a referendum on his leadership. He described it as simply as an opportunity for better representation in the constituency. Pintard told Eyewitness News he believes the Progressive Liberal Party is using what he calls politics in an attempt to sway voters.
No, that's not the issue. The issue is what is riding on Golden Isles prospects for the future. So this election isn't about me or the Free National Movement. It is about whether or not the people of Golden Isles will get the best representation possible. We've seen this movie before. The PLP was in West Grand Bahama and Bimini. And the people wanted to know, how does that affect the FNM? No. How did it affect the people of West Grand Bahama and Bimini?
Pintard emphasized that voters should not be manipulated for political gain. He's urging constituents to choose a candidate who truly represents the community, pointing to Brian Brown as that choice.
Close to $1 billion worth of promises have been made. Once the election ended, the PLP did what they ordinarily do. They gone. They abandoned the people of West Grand Bahama. And so what we're saying to the people of Golden Isles, just check their record in West Grand Bahama and Bimini. Check their record in Kidd Island, Rumkey, and San Salvador with the Prime Minister. They do not deliver on the ground where people have actual needs. So this is not about us. We're going to be, as individuals, we're fine. We signed up for this job because we want to work for the Bahamian people and deliver what is important to them.
Since being ratified as the governing Progressive Liberal Party candidate for Fort Charlotte, His Excellency Sebastian Bastian has already kicked into campaign mode, walking the area and going door to door to hear residents' concerns and what are their expectations. Bastian says so far his campaign is resonating with those in the area as a campaign that also involves cleanup initiatives as well as empowerment measures for entrepreneurs in the constituency.
Charlotte so far has been really well. I think the residents have been receiving me with open arms, letting me into their homes, giving me their concerns. So, you know, it feels like home. I think the campaign is going extremely well. We've assembled a good team, and there's a lot of volunteers, a lot of the existing infrastructure, and everybody has a hand on deck to ensure that, you know, Port Charlotte is going higher. I think part of our strategy right now is just really listening to the residents and not thinking that we know what their concerns are. So everybody's like, oh, what's your plan? What's your blueprint? I said, my blueprint has to encompass the needs and desires of Fort Charlotte itself. When we go into Fort Charlotte, we don't have people looking for handouts. You'd expect that, oh, you know, people, when they see me, they're going to ask for something. That's not what I'm getting on the ground. What we're getting on the ground is people that feel that, you know, they've been forgotten, people that feel that, you know, they want a better opportunity for themselves, their families, and, you know, they have a lot of ideas, and it's about just making sure that we work together.
Now, while he's busy campaigning in Fort Charlotte, Bastian has also spent time in the Golden Isles area with the PLP's candidate for that constituency, former Senator Darren Pickstock, who will be contesting the seat in the upcoming by-election. It's going to be the second single-seat race under this administration, and Bastian says another win will hold significant weight.
Golden Isles by-election is very critical. I think it's necessary. Darren Pickstock is a really good candidate. I met Darren Pickstock maybe over 20 years ago. He was a butcher, and I had a store next door, and you know, always a hardworking gentleman. And we have the same age. We get that mindset, energy to execute. And you know, when you pair that in the Prime Minister and his wisdom and his plans, I mean, there's no shortage of great ideas that he has, and I truly believe in the blueprint for change that he's put together. And I think persons like myself and Darren joining that team to help him execute it is exactly what we need in this moment right now.
Citrus crops across the Bahamas are under threat as a newly discovered citrus caterpillar is raising concerns among farmers. Agriculture experts are urging farmers who suspect the invasive species may be damaging their crops to report it immediately, saying research and early detection are critical to protecting the industry.
Call us, do surveillance. If you see any new pests, we have a new report a pest system where you can simply send an image to us and we'll get it identified. Once we know what it is, we're going to come out there and we're going to give them the best management possible for that pest. Of course, we focus on good agricultural practices, so it's going to be safe, it's going to be organic, and it's going to be beneficial to Bahamians.
If you've got a news tip or if you see news in the making, call the Ion News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editors for publication on all of our social media platforms at eyewitnessnewsbahamas@gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube page, share your thoughts about tonight's stories in the comment section. We want to hear from you. And still to come tonight, what's the importance of the Disaster Risk Management Authority? We take a closer look. And later, the country's next leaders are wrapping up their debate in the upper chamber. We've got more, but first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves. So I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
Running out of space? We've got room for that. Welcome to Skyline Storage, your trusted self-storage solution. Skyline Storage offers units from 5x10 to 10x30, climate controlled or standard dry. Perfect for home or business. Located in Westfield Commerce Park, Western New Providence. Your belongings stay safe with gated access and 24/7 surveillance starting at $175 a month. Reserve, pay, and move in online. No phone calls, no paperwork. Visit SkylineStorage.com. Skyline Storage. Storage made simple.
Registering for the advanced poll? Listen up. 2 deadlines are looming. Overseas voters must apply by Thursday, October 30th. Special voters have until Thursday, November 6th. Who qualifies? An overseas voter is a Bahamian eligible to vote from abroad, like students studying overseas and certain government personnel posted outside the Bahamas, along with qualifying spouses and immediate family. A special voter is someone who may be unable to vote in person on election day, including those 65 and older, hospitalized or in a care facility, pregnant, or who have recently given birth, traveling or stationed overseas on election day, candidates and their spouses, election workers, and parliamentary registration employees. For the full list of who qualifies and how to apply, click the link in the caption or pause the screen. Don't miss your deadline. Apply for the advanced poll today.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back to the weekend edition, and thanks for sticking around. The Bahamas is strengthening its global tourism network this week as the Ministry of Tourism takes the country to one of the largest shows in the world. The Ministry of Tourism, Investment and Aviation is in London for the World Travel Market 2025, meeting with airlines, tour operators, and media from more than 180 countries. The delegation, led by Director General Latia Duncombe, includes senior officers from the ministry, the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, the Outer Islands Promotion Board, and private sector tourism partners. Duncombe spoke to the global panels about the sustainable tourism, regional collaboration, and community-driven development. In a statement, she said, World Travel Market brings together the global tourism community. It's a valuable opportunity to connect with those who shape how the world travels. The Bahamas is also showcasing culture with a live junkanoo performance at the Trade Fest, putting the Bahamas artistry on display before international media and industry decision makers. The country's first major storm evacuation since the Disaster Risk Management Authority was established is being hailed as a success. Thousands of residents safely transported ahead of Hurricane Melissa arrival. Before the DRM authority existed, evacuations were managed independently by various ministries, often leading to delays and confusion. Aaron Sargent, the managing director of the authority, says the evacuation proves that early planning saves lives and the authority's structure eliminates red tapes when seconds count.
So it is an evolution, and based on the lessons learned from Hurricane Dorian, pre-event evacuations is not a normal process, and it's not an easy one at that. We evacuated 1,485 citizens or residents in the span of 36 hours. And in particular, the conditions on the ground, some of the airports do not allow for mass evacuation, so we had to use smaller craft. So it is important that an institution that has the flexibility, like the authority, has the ability to go and move and engage external and foreign partners to assist and be supported by Bahamas Air and some of the other small aviation companies. We continue to grow as an organization, as we've just been established July of last year. Every time that we activate, we learn something and we grow as an entity, and we are seeing the fruits of that with the Bahamian people trusting and putting the confidence in us to get the job done when it comes to safeguarding lives.
The Youth in the Senate program wrapped up last week with its final debate on the resolution for AI integration and machine learning. The final meeting after an entire year with young individuals setting up at the biggest seat for lawmakers. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Bola gave remarks before their final session, underscoring the importance of the work they have done in the Senate and its role in preparing them for the future.
Greatest asset of this country is you, our young people. And so our investment into you, the opportunities that we give to you to allow you to sit in these chambers and for an opportunity to practice some of the things that you see us do, but preparing yourselves also to sit here one day and lead this country when we decide to step off the scene. Gone are the days you will find persons want to be in these halls for 40, 50 plus years as in the past. That time has changed. The cards will be shuffled and changed more frequently than we would like. But at the end of the day, you will never know when your number is called. So like they say, sit small until it's called, and when that time comes, be prepared and ready to serve your nation.
We will make sure to look at the bright stars in every family island, from the child in the rocks in Grand Bahama in the northwest, all the way down to Matthewtown and Nagua in the southeast. Not only are we speaking up for you, but we are making space for you to serve in these hallowed halls as well.
Contributing to that debate, Youth Senator Jordan Clark, who also underscored the importance of AI integration to government functions, and Youth Senator LaShante Sampson, who already supported the idea, suggested that there is much more bigger issues to address first.
Imagine smarter disaster response systems that use predictive algorithms to anticipate hurricanes, optimize evacuation routes, and protect lives, all in real time. AI can strengthen public health care through data-driven diagnostics, enhance education via personalized learning tools, and streamline government services to improve efficiency.
Let's be honest. We cannot automate what we have not yet organized. In the face of data fragmentation, AI simply cannot function meaningfully. And so the question becomes, are we there yet? Because when our health, education, and social systems still rely on paper records, the promise of AI sounds inspiring, but it feels distant. And so for me, the conversation shouldn't start with AI adoption, but with digital transformation.
This upcoming week is being observed as Pharmacy Week, and the head of the Bahamas Pharmaceutical Association, Dr. Marvin Smith, says this year's theme, Patient-Centered Care, Empowering Health Journey, is taking them back to their roots of zoning in on the needs of consumer. He gave a full breakdown of the week's event and what you can expect.
We have a media day where we'll be at various media houses and using our own social media to interact and educate the public and our patients. On Tuesday, we begin with a continuing education session for pharmacists on Tuesday evening, where we will be focusing on emerging types of cancer within the Bahamas and what pharmacists can do to help their patients. Our official opening ceremony is going to be Wednesday evening at the J. Whitney building, which is the Kalina's Conference Center on Collins Avenue. We are going to be doing our E. Pedro Roberts Jr. Memorial Lecture, which this year will be given by last year's winner of that award, Mr. Philip Gray of Quality Pharmacy. And our recipient for that award this year will be none other than the daughter of Mr. Roberts, Anne Marie, most people know as Mimi Roberts. This evening we will be having a chronic disease continuing education session. On Friday is our community service day, where we will be interacting with our customers and our patients. And then on Saturday, we are going to have our awards gala, and it's going to be under the theme celebrating female pharmacy trailblazers.
He's also described the work of pharmacists, not that there is not much more than meet the eye.
Good pharmacist does much more than just dispense drugs. We're really dispensers of information. We're persons and places where patients can come and get their questions answered, get their doubts reassured, get their issues resolved. And we really want to tell our patients and our caregivers out there that healthcare is not just in the hands of healthcare professionals, but we want everybody as patients to understand that you are the central person in healthcare. And if you empower your own journey, we're here to help you. And so that's going to be our overriding message this week as we interact with the public. We want.
While participating in the 2025 Bonefish and Tarpon Symposium over in South Florida, Abaco Fishing Guide says he hopes greater awareness and concrete solutions can be brought forward to address the challenges facing local fishermen.
It's cool to like minds speaking, basically, so changing ideas and talking about conservation and stuff like that. So it's cool to interact with everyone here. I think it'll bring some awareness over there. In Bimini, they got some issues going on over there. Hopefully bring awareness to stuff like that. And then right now we're lucky in Abaco, we don't have a whole lot of bad stuff going on. So hopefully we could keep it that way, but also to help out with those guys who have the issues. Hopefully it'll bring some awareness to that.
And coming up in tonight's Sunday feature, there's a new restaurant at Bahamas. We'll tell you all about it in our Sunday feature.
As a resident of Golden Isles for the past 22 years, I've lived there, served as the chairman for the constituency for the past 11 years. I know the needs, I know the infrastructure needs, I know the needs that the people in Golden Isles need. I drive through there every day. Some of the needs is the healthcare system, the environment. We're looking at safety in terms of the police presence being in the constituency on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get Golden Isles up and running and making sure that it's be the best constituency in the Commonwealth of Bahamas. My name is Brian Berkeley Brown from the great constituency of Golden Isles. I'm asking that you lend me a vote so I could work for you.
Are you ready, Bahamas? Get up, get moving, and join us at IL Fit Fest. Saturday, November 15th at the University of the Bahamas Playing Field. From 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're talking a variety of fitness vendors, free health screenings, and $10,000 in giveaways. And for the kids, we have a Kids Zone. And entry is absolutely free. Don't miss the IL Fit Fest.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back and thanks for sticking with us. If you're a foodie, Bahamas Resort just opened up a brand new restaurant, and our Delano Roca has all of the tasty details in tonight's Sunday feature.
And opening night filled with pasta, people, pastries, and plenty of publicity. The newly unveiled Leola restaurant made its debut in sparkling style, complete with a champagne tower to toast nearly 4 decades of culinary refinement, says restaurateur Scott Conant.
I've been cooking for about 40 years, and this is 40 years culmination into one concept of a lot of things that I've done in my life. And I just wanted this beautiful kind of swanky Italian restaurant. And Bahamas was open to the idea, and we worked on it together, and I feel really blessed that Graham Davis, the president of Bahamas, was able to believe in this, what this is and what it's become.
While the aesthetic at Leola channels the romance of Italy, the heart and hands behind the dishes are proudly Bahamian, a true blend of culture, creativity, and collaboration.
You know, one thing we're always going to do is try to bring a little bit of that flair to this food. We have a beautiful panna cotta that's based on tropical flavor profiles. We're trying to order from local companies and purveyors as much as possible, and local product as well. Most importantly, I think it's the spirit of the people.
Guests can now enjoy one more reason to dine at Bahamas, which already boasts 45 restaurants and bars. President Graham Davis says Leola's opening marks more than growth, spotlighting a testament to the partnership and talent driving the resort's success.
Freshly made pasta daily, incredible veal parmesan for 4 that'll be cut tableside. Some amazing offerings here at Leola at Bahamas, and we continue to have a wonderful partnership and collaborations with these celebrity chefs that we have with Marcus Samuelson, Daniel Boulud, Dario Caccini, Katsuya Uechi, and now here we are with Scott Conant.
And as guests savored each bite, Director of Aviation Kenneth Romer says the timing couldn't be better.
This opening at the right time going into Q4 is going to create tremendous experience for Bahamas and by extension for the entire destination.
From the sounds of live music to the sparkle of the champagne tower, guests soaked up the ambiance and the excitement.
I'm one of those people who kind of deconstruct flavors and tastes and stuff like that whenever I go to an eatery. And everything so far has been absolutely amazing.
I think they've done a great job with Leola here. I think the opportunity to bring in another Italian restaurant to the Bahamas especially Bahamas. Here in Nassau, I think it's just fantastic. The diversity just never ends, and I think the demand with the guests, the tourism, the local population here on the island is it's a tribute to that, and it's a testament to that, and I hope that they'll continue to grow and prosper.
Spensatura, a new culinary experience, has arrived at the Grand Hyatt in Bahamas, bringing Italian flavor right home to our Bahamian shores, where every guest is expected to have a better experience coming out than they did coming in. I'm Delano Roker, Eyewitness News.
That does it for us here at the Sunday edition from all of us at Eyewitness News. I'm Laurencia Smith.